Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend. A lot of good comments on the last episode, a lot of people doing a lot of good analysis. If you are a person who plays Endless Legend and you are struggling in this game, do feel free to ask questions in the comments because we have a lot of people who watch these series who really know their stuff. And also sometimes I'm there. Second tier value on that one. So, for right now, what are we focusing on? We're focusing on getting the settler done. I finished building a food building and then immediately started building a settler. And I do think it was right to build the settler and the food building, but I definitely did it in the wrong order. Because right now we're getting no benefit from that seed storage. I should have built the settler first. Had the settler finish right as winter ended. Which also is valuable because it means you're running the settler and killing all your food production during a time of the year where there is less food production in total. You're losing fewer points of resources. That's a goof. That's me screwing up. But I don't think it's going to be a big deal, and I think we're in good position here to go for a science victory. I think we're well on our way. So we're going to get our alchemy workshops up soon. I'm wondering how many people I want to move around here. If we do this, we finish the burrow a little bit faster, and then, maybe we do want to focus on industry a little bit just to get the alchemy workshop done, because it is really important. But also population's really important, right? Like every moment we spend generating food instead of other resources in the early game is a little bit more work toward being able to generate more resources in the later game. We play it slow on things that are not food now in order to generate lots of resources later. How many people can I move out of here and still get a birth in 2 turns? That many. And it is a crucial amount for the burrow streets, but once we get the birth in 2 turns, we can assign another person to industry and probably... Yeah, because man, we really need to get these alchemy workshops going. Over here, we're probably doing the same thing. And, I probably ought to try to get the museum. We have a lot of stuff to build. This is 500 industry. We had everybody focused on industry, that would still only be 42. So that's a lot of turns. We have a really bad start, industry-wise. I think our start's really good in a lot of ways, but man, do we not have industry. Yeah, alright, I think I'm not going to worry about the museum at the moment. After we get our alchemy workshop done, we are definitely going to have to start pulling strategics. We're going to run out building alchemy workshops. Alright. So, we have this quest to work on. I think I want to actually do this. We're going to get this finished the moment we settle our next city, which is unfortunate, again, with the wine. It's going to give us just barely too little wine to actually pop the booster. So just don't let the village get burned down for 10 turns. Yeah, we can do that. This we're probably not doing. This we're probably not doing. Although, man, I have a lot of glass steel. Coldramore? That's this region? This region. Maybe we should just pacify them because we probably aren't going to need all this glass steel. And it could be useful. We may end up settling here. We probably should verify whether this is the cult or not, but I want to be careful when I do it because I'd rather not meet them. But if we can get close enough to see one of their structures and just verify the construction, that would probably be worth doing. Alright, you need to head this way. Did we get a quest? Okay, not only did we get a quest from the Nidya, but we actually already pacified them. And I definitely asked that before. I remember now. Alright, so we're going to go over here, get these ruins, and maybe try to poke around and see if we can find out what's up with red up there. They're not really red. They're the reddest color I picked. They're sort of a red-orange, kinda, while I'm more of a yellowy-orange, but we're going to call them red. So I think I want these guys to pretty much just stay put. Be ready to fight stuff. And I'm really hoping we're going to get lucky with dust out of these ruins, because we could use some more dust, for sure. So yeah, I'm not super pleased with myself about this error, the settler thing, but I don't think we're in I don't think we're going to suffer too much from it. Alright, I appreciate the spiders there not attacking us. You know what, man? I really wish this was not a ruin. Because this is where I want to put the city in this region, right? It's not too far from that river, it's not too far from that lake, and it gets two pretty good anomalies. We could settle here, it's not quite as valuable. I don't like settling right on the border either. Okay, so we're being attacked by some orcs, shouldn't be a problem. We should be getting lots of XP for our hero this way, at least. Playing defense over here. And again, we're going to let the militia do the majority of the fighting here. Ordinarily, it wouldn't be a big deal for our hero to get in on it, but we should try to minimize the hero's actual combat contact, because remember, he won't heal. Naturally, we will have to buy off all of his health. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, not quite have range to attack our militia. So you should stay put. Yeah, they only do 33 damage. We can move in on them with everybody else. And then the hero can also start moving in next turn. Let's let them advance on us first here. It'd actually be really cool if you guys would all focus on the same target. Okay, well maybe I made those orders a little too specific. Looks like we're not going to take any damage on any non-militia units here, though, which is the absolutely ideal outcome. And our units are leveling up too, that's good. We could run over here and fight these guys. I should probably wait until next turn when the militia have regenerated. But yeah, we should probably wait. I'm just going to wait right there. Oh, I didn't reassign us to food after figuring out how much food we needed to accelerate the birth rate. Can we get a 2-turn birth and also the 1-turn burrow? No, we cannot. We could dust rush the burrow, but I kind of want to save dust because these pillars are going to end eventually and we're going to need the dust to put them back together. We still have to think about the water. Oh, man, we have a lot of concerns going on here, optimization-wise. I think let's hold off on doing anything crazy for right now. And the 2-turn birth is more important than the 1-turn district, or is that still true? No, let's go ahead and get the 1-turn district, because we're going to pick up a bunch of food when we expand, too. Yeah, and then we'll refocus on food a little bit. Oh, actually, I should probably have these units moving right away. Because we don't necessarily have to get attacked by the Drider there. As a thing we could avoid. Alright, show me lots of dust. Nope. How about this one? Lots of dust. Also, also nope. Well, you know, I tried. This is a real shame. 2 empty ruins in the same turn. So yeah, we should probably go and defeat these guys just so we don't have to worry about them anymore. This is going to be a little trickier because they're actually fairly dangerous. Man, also I'd really still like to get a governor for our second city. That would be nice. So you guys have 2 move. I don't really want you initiating combat. And they can fly, of course, so we have to be a little careful. So like a lot of fancy attack modifiers, the chain lightning thing only occurs if they attack. It doesn't fire on counterattack. So, yeah, overrides default attack only. So it's beneficial to us to not let them start. I'm a little worried about, like, how are we actually moving in on these guys? The hero's going to attack from here. Well, actually, okay. So we don't know what space they're going to move to. They could end up in any of these 3 spaces. Yeah, I guess I can't really plan. But we should definitely all group up on the one guy. Yeah, we're setting ourselves up for a pretty good chain lightning here. Actually, a couple of pretty good chain lightnings. Alright, I'm really, really happy that we got a 0 damage hit there. Unfortunately, it is unlikely that our Warlock survives this turn. Oh, alright, they got the weak attack off. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the damage dealt to him. I just need him not to die. There we have some eyeless ones. Not too worried about that either. We just got to get back over here and defend the village. Oh, and research. So we're moving pretty quickly on the researches. I'm happy with our rate of science output. I think maybe the next smart thing to get would be one of the industry tax. I don't often pick these up, but I'm not sure that I'm not sure that it's right to not pick these up. I just often don't pick these up. But we're in a real kind of low industry situation here. And as much as I want all this other stuff, I think we kind of have to get industry to be able to build the things that we would get out of all this other stuff. So, yeah, we probably have to pick up... They probably have to pick up... Which one of these? The apprenticeship registry is just +1 industry for every tile that you're exploiting, which obviously is pretty okay, and is certainly better than +1 industry on terrain that already has industry and also only during the summer. But the canal locks are a pretty good building. In general, the canal system, not great, but canal locks are pretty great. The lumber mill's not super relevant for us because we don't have... Well, you know what? We have forest in the capital. All 4 of these tiles are forested. This one is not. But, like, so in the capital, apprenticeship registry and lumber mill both do stuff, and I think we're gonna settle near some forest with our new city as well, right? Well, sort of. Yeah, I mean, these 2 tiles are forested. Yeah, maybe apprenticeship registry is the way to go. Or management sciences, rather. And then after that, like, we need to think about imperial highways. We need to up our dust income. And trade routes are a good way of doing that. I suppose we can make that decision in a turn or 2. So, let's talk about food. Also, I hate 13 turns on the alchemy workshop. But, like, we have to get our population up. It's going to be really, really important in the late game for our capital, at the very least, to have a huge population. Might be over-focusing on food a little bit, but I think this is reasonable. I sure hope this is reasonable. We also have to keep an eye on our approval. We can maintain at least happy for a little while longer. Oh, nope. Oh, right. The district. The district pushed us over into content, so we can crack this and get back up to happy, at least for a little while. And the religious fervor has begun. Also, the dust eclipse is upon us. It is coming. And soon we'll be able to really get paid. This is just 1 pearl. Is this even worth stepping out of the way for? Yeah, probably. Alright, so we're going to end the turn back where we started because that is a temple ruin, which will be searchable presently. And over here, I think I'm actually going to hang out around this. Let's have a look around. It is, in fact, the cult. Okay, that's good for us because obviously they can only build 1 village, so they will not be expanding or challenging us for territory. And their city is going to be really good. So when we do eventually take it, which we will, it's going to really provide a boost to us. So next turn we're going to be able to search 2 temple ruins immediately. Yeah, this is good. Oh, you know what? I probably didn't need to keep our hero over here. Because the settler could search those temple ruins. Although I guess I want the XP. Also, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find one of those movement confluxes not terribly out of the way. That would be pretty alright. Alright, 100 dust straight up. We are probably... I think the plan here is to get enough dust to be able to hire a hero. Also, I'm going to be honest with you, when we picked up this quest, I assumed that there were going to be like neutrals spawning to attack the village, but maybe that's not going to happen. Maybe it just means don't let other players burn it down. 10 adamantium, I'll be honest with you, not super happy about that. Really just hoping for a lot of dust. And there's not another temple ruin over in this area. Well, we have some near the hero at least. If we were going to buy a hero, it would cost us not even 400 gold, or dust rather. This is still totally doable, and if we can get, oh, Johnport is gone. Well, that's a shame. Peyton Quinn is here. He has dust efficiency 3, which I don't like quite as much. Still something, though. Well, I guess let's not even stress about what heroes are available on the market now, because what matters is the heroes that are available in a few turns when we are actually at enough dust to do this. So we're going to finish this. Do I also want to get hydrology? Or do I want to go like into Imperial Highways, like I said, for movement and dust? Also, Central Market might be worth picking up. Central Market's pretty good. Prisoners, slaves, and volunteers might be feasible. Like, we might end up, because of the fact that our terrain is generally low in industry, we might end up being pretty dust-focused this game, and if we are, then prisoners, slaves, and volunteers will come in handy, but it's not really useful until we start having enough dust to do stuff like that. So probably I do want to go to Imperial Highways. Next, we will focus on gaining dust. And I kind of wish that I had just a unit that I could pop out of here to grab those, because man, those are valuable. You know what we could do is we could unassign the hero and then recreate the hero as an army on top of Valandarin. In fact, absolutely I should do that. You are unassigned. Create army on city. Yeah, we gotta pick this stuff up. I would be remiss not to do that. So you can... No, sorry. You can get over here in one turn, and then we can try to make it up to that one as well, hopefully. And if we can get 200 dust within the 3 searches we're about to do here, then I think we're in pretty good shape. That is not dust. In fact, it's a thing that I can't use without paying a considerable cost in dust. Not a big fan of that one. That's 10 Palladian. Man, we're not going to make it. We're not going to get the money we need. Should definitely pick up life for all your units. Alright, this is going to be a whole bunch of dust though, right? Nope. Also, I just totally passed the turn without even popping this dude out of the thing. What am I doing? So we're going for this location still. Oh, you know what? We still don't actually have vision of these... Oh, hey. Okay, we can have him grab this. We still don't actually have vision of these tiles. Like, I still don't even actually know my whole region. Which is ridiculous. Okay, where to take you? I guess just into uncharted territory in the hopes of finding a new temple ruin somewhere? Yeah, it's really the only option. I'm very disappointed about this. This has not worked out how I wanted it to at all. And I'm thinking that we maybe want to delay the alchemy workshop to get the industry bonus up, right? This is going to be, what, 6, 9? Yeah, 10. 10 industry for this city, which is actually pretty good relative to the amount of amount of industry we're currently producing. If I focus that really hard... Yeah, if I pull one person off, we lose a turn. I kind of think we got to get this done, right? We have to be able to actually build. The lumber mill is less crucial. Yeah, man, I'm really disappointed we didn't just find a huge amount of dust here. As something we needed very badly. Well, maybe we'll get lucky. We're about to potentially see some stuff. Show me something good. We can afford to go a little bit out of the way with all this extra movement. Well, it's not a temple ruin, but it's searchable. We got a quest to go all the way out there. Well, that's not happening. So next turn, I think we'll still be able to settle. Yeah, and we'll be able to do it by running through the 2 pearls over here as well, which is cool. You guys, just show me something new. Oh, well, we formally met the cult. It's not necessarily a big deal, but now that they know us, they may attack us. We'll just have to hope they're too busy. Okay, I need one more turn on that. Okay, 85 dust, that's cool. Pretty happy about that one. There is not another ruin to search around here, but we can go and get those pearls. Yeah, I'm feeling okay-ish. Feeling okay-ish about our position here. So we need, what, like 60 more dust, probably? 70 more dust. I had a good reason for doing it at the time, but I do think that maybe I made the wrong decision by picking up the military hero first. Especially since it now looks like we're not even going to get the other hero. The Dust Boost 3 guy was valuable. What is our approval level now? Okay, so if we pop this, we will go back up to happy for a while. And as always, our amount of dust income is fluctuating wildly based on absolutely nothing. This number is not based on reality. Okay, there we go. That's a big, wow, 130 that time. And if we get one more turn of Dust Eclipse, we will get yet another search. Wow, we're finding nothing extremely more often than we're supposed to. Well, ordinarily I would attack this village that has nothing in it, but I think they get to defend with their city garrison, so probably not a great idea there. Also, I guess you could argue that it's not a good idea to antagonize the cult in our current position. Okay, so we want to put down, right? This is going to pull us right back out of happiness, but look at that, 22 food, 8 industry. It's not a bad settling location at all. And we now have all of these new friends. Let's try to get our mill foundry established, and then our seed storage. This is actually going to be the best city in our empire, probably. And hero hiring. So, who is looking like a winner? Peyton Quinn with his Dust Efficiency 3. Not actually that exciting. Influence Boost 2. Dust Boost 1. Food Boost 1. And show me something good. Food Boost 3, Industry Boost 2. Yeah, alright, that's the kind of thing I was talking about. Plato Mosi Pakwa. Okay, yeah, I think Strikes Far is the clear winner. Also, as a necrophage, of course, lots of extra food. So, welcome to the team, you horrible, disgusting beast. The Strikes Far is going to give us 6 food and 4 industry in his city right away. And then every time he levels up, it's just getting better. We need to place him probably, maybe in Frida. Because he'll really help get Frida established quickly. Yeah, took a turn off of seed storage already and made it so that citizen is born in one turn instead of 2. Immediate value. And I didn't really gain anything by spending these emeralds. I should have thought about that and just not done it. Okay, so we have 3 Seratan and 3 Kazanji and 1 Haunt Village. I think let's pick up the Kazanji and let's do it now. I actually should have done this earlier, because 15% extra industry or influence while we're getting all the extra influence from the religious fervor is pretty good. It's actually going to pay itself off pretty relatively quickly. And unfortunately, we are now hemorrhaging money. Certainly a problem. We're also pretty close to done researching highways. We also may get another ruin search here. Like, I think we're going to be okay. Come on, give me one more turn of Eclipse. Waiting here with bated breath. Alright, excellent. Good, good, good. Oh, also we did this. Hooray! I find no other assassins, traps, or hidden enemies. The security of my empire can be left to others. Now I can study my brother's scepter, his alchemies, and the security of our future. Every morning after administering my 7 repents, I walk from the castellum to the chamber where my brother's scepter hangs, and take it in my hands. The instrument hums with a strange power, as if it is restless, as if it still seeks something. I imagine Verda holding it, spinning it, mastering it. Somehow it holds the key to his demise, and holds the key to his work. We will found a new city, populate it with our brightest minds, and raise it as a center of mortification and study, as is needed to understand my brother's inquiries. The scepter has an affinity with the dust that permeates this world, like a diviner's rod channeling ancient forces. I am certain that dust is the key to what my brother sought to achieve, but by what methods remains a mystery. A great temple of science must be constructed, and the nature of dust and its link with pain must be explored. Word comes from outside our borders that other races are afoot, jostling for land and power. We must be leery of these races, protect ourselves from their advances in any manner we see fit, but we must not delay in our scientific explorations. The winters grow fiercer, grow longer, and I fear that one year there will come a final judgment. And I believe the means of our salvation will not be found in thicker furs or higher walls or sharper blades, but in something much deeper, something my brother glimpsed in his agonized dreams. So we must make a new city the laboratory of our growing empire, colonize a new region, settling in an area providing at least 10 science at the city's founding, and we'll get the Tier 3 glass, steel, and titanium weapon tech, which is a cool thing to have. Now, we are allowed to cheat this with our pillar. If the region doesn't, if our settling location doesn't quite have enough space, we can use a pillar to, enough science. We can use the pillar to push it up to 10. It's a shame we got that right after. I mean, I guess we had to settle this city in order to get that quest step done, right? There was no way I could have waited and gotten lucky. And we also need to bail the heck out of here before we get attacked by the cult. How many turns are we from being able to reassign you? Just 1? I probably should not. Ooh. I'm not certain my Warlock can take those guys. What I was going to say is we probably should not just wait to pick this up so that we could get hero XP, because we may not be able to get it. But also, I'm concerned that if they attack me... I guess I have enough health that I could just run. Yeah, I would survive a retreat. Yeah, let's go ahead and search this. If they attack us, we'll get out. But we should search this now, because it may not be available later. 20 grass silk actually is a pretty good find, because we're going to be able to use that to push back up to happy. Also, it's doubling our trade route income. Hooray! So Imperial Highways are just about done. We need... Well, we're going to need central markets for sure. We're going to run out of luxury boosters really soon. Just looking around for pearls, which I have found. Wow, that's 8 of them, too. Okay, we gotta figure out a solution for this dust problem. I mean, I guess I know what the solution is. The solution is build all your Imperial highways. Also, Empire Mint also just like assign a whole bunch of citizens to dust, apparently. Somebody else constructed the museum. Was it the cult by any chance? It was not. That's a shame. Fun. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this thing where they're aggressively pursuing me. Okay, the end of the die booster does not quite push us out of happy. We hold on for a little bit longer. So I think we're going to reassign our hero this turn. I'm not going to worry about this 1 pearl, but we should definitely grab these 8 pearls before we swap back in here. And probably what we should do with these forces at this point is reunite them. We've done our reconnaissance, we've done our initial ruin searches, and now we're just paying extra because I like having my units in 2 different places. So we definitely got to get right away built next. We're growing food in some places. I want to move just enough people off of this to keep apprenticeship registry finishing next turn. So man, we really do need the population of the capital to be high. It's perfectly reasonable to have most of your science produced in a single city, but you really do need to have a great science city. Alright, so it's just about to be winter. Our dust situation is going to get considerably worse. Honestly, we're not in a great spot at the moment. Alright, somebody else got the Eye of the Farthinker. That's fine with me. Return to parley with the Hernas. Okay, I will. I do think we have to merge up, though. This is, like, pretty important. Both in terms of survival and in terms of dust. Alright, we gotta move some people over to dust in order to not go broke. Well, I mean, look at that. Our construction rates are pretty okay now. 15 turns to right-of-way. It'll be okay, I guess. Our pillars just ran out, and we cannot afford to replace them. Maybe I should focus on dust until we can place one? No, we need food. The Empire Mint's going to be helpful. I guess I'm not... Yeah, we have at least 5 turns left until winter. The Dust Dredger may or may not be worth building right this second. But I think I want to at least give it a shot. We'll get right of way up, and then maybe we can consider focusing people out of industry, but we gotta get our cities established and producing resources, because right now we're having some serious problems related to our lack of ability to make stuff. But we can at least have a good population in one city, maybe. Alright, there we go. Yep, that was unlikely to happen, that one. Alright, good stuff's getting built all the time. How many techs are we away from Era 3? We need 3 more after we get this. Well... we don't need to worry about weapons tech. We don't need to worry about alchemical armor, although the glass steel accessory would allow us to... actually, the titanium accessory for governors helps us produce science, and the glass steel accessory helps us produce dust, so this is probably actually a pretty valuable tech. I'm not going to worry about expanding our army size just yet. We're not going to try to conquer the cult anytime soon, probably. We could work on getting more food, but only from the river tiles. Maybe a little bit of influence focus, maybe another, you know what, another approval tech, actually, is pretty reasonable. I don't know how we're going to find time to actually build all this stuff we're researching, but even if we can't build it immediately, it's still right to pick it up. Okay, so now that this army has joined together, I guess we could head north with it. We know that there's some stuff to search up there at least. Alright, religious fervor has ended, but we are... So we're actually producing 5.5 per turn. That's not too bad. We can certainly afford to just, like, fight people. Sisters of Mercy are not great combat units. Oh, and we get the city garrison for this as well. So actually our non-ranged units can just sit it out. Boy, they do not want me to get away with this combat for free. Alright, need to keep pushing our heroes leveled up. And they're pacified, so we shouldn't see any more units emitted there. I mean, we got to figure out where we're going to put down our next city, too. Preferably near a coastline somewhere. That would be nice. I guess we could do it here. Alright, somewhere around these exotics. Because where else would we put it? We could put it down near the clay. But, like, this is a good spot. If we put it down right here, maybe? That's only 4. It probably here is actually where we want to put it. The city will never be huge, but it'll have 8 starting industry and quite a bit of food. And then we can get access to the water from there. And it already has 2 food to start with, or 2 science to start with. If we put a pillar down here right before settling, that would give us an extra 2 per tile, so that would bring it to exactly 10 science. Does it say an area with 10? Yeah, at least 10, not more than 10. So yeah, that's a possibility. We could wait until winter starts to build the settler, maybe. And we're about to have Empire Plan time come up. We're definitely going to need to take the building cost reduction and the ability to produce food more efficiently, although maybe I want this instead. 25 approval on all of our cities would be handy. It's not going to make us build quite as quickly as this will, but it will lead to us having extra food and science in addition to some industry to offset the loss of this. We could do both of these if I don't take that. If I just assign a few extra people to influence here. That's probably what I want to do. So let's get 11 influence this turn. We can actually... I don't really have to assign that many people. Okay, we will have enough. I always have to check. The hidden decimals are worrying. I can never tell if it's just truncating or if it's rounding the values. I think that should be good enough. That'll mean it's a little bit inconvenient for us to generate the dust we need to get our pillars back up and stuff, but the fact that we're at a higher level of approval will offset it somewhat. Yeah, it's only going to be enough to keep us happy. But still, that's, it's 15% to all the resources. Not nothing. Alright, I have to bring back the eyeless ones once they've leveled up. It's not really a thing I can do. Let's just see what else is up here. I do not think we need to have a defense force. The cult knows we're here, but they don't know where. Yeah, so it's not going to be too long before we have at least one trade route and also a functional road. Yeah, alright. We do have to get our pillars back up. When we get the eyeless ones back from this village, maybe we just sell them? Because again, I don't care about pacifying this region, probably. And we need dust. Alright, somebody else built the megapole on turn 41. The cult is running around with fairly large armies. Large enough to be a little concerning. Alright, you guys should get back to work. Right away's finished. Let's focus on approval then. You are going to need science buildings. We are out of titanium now, but we have the extractors coming up soon. All right, yeah. Yeah, I think we're doing an okay job. I'm feeling very uncertain, as I'm sure you guys have noticed. So we just got to return to Parley, which we will totally do eventually. I'm very busy right now. So we no longer need to have quite so many people focused on dust, which means we could focus a little bit more on producing lots of people who can then be transferred to dust later. Turns out we can't pull everyone. We can probably pull people from here now. Yeah, maybe I should just snap the hero back to the back to Quaosk to complete the plan, so that we can sell off the units. Boy, sure are a lot of cult figures out here. I mean, I want to search the ruins first, obviously. Don't you attack me. You be nice. We could be friends. But you have to not make me retreat from battle first. Oh, I'm gonna go broke. That's not okay. Try to move as quickly as possible here so he doesn't change his mind. You know, they may not have had an action point left, because that minor faction village, they might have been their work killing that. Alright, here we go. Get 8 or more population in one of your cities in 15 turns. You know, I'm trying. Doing my best. So yeah, after we search this ruin next turn, we'll probably warp our hero out to take care of that. Oh, they're actually going to try to destroy that. And a player was defeated. Somewhere the Forgotten have been slain. Seems to be their lot in life, to die first. So we need 2 more techs? What is going to be most useful? I mean, we do definitely want to pick up topography at some point, so I guess maybe this is that point. And then... yeah, also probably boarding vessels, actually. We're going to have a coastal city soon. So where are we at on 8 population? We're at 7 growing... okay, yeah, we've got that. Cool. And we're not very far off of having roads everywhere, which is good for movement and also good for our money. Found nothing in the ruin, but we still get the XP. I'm going to warp this dude over to Quaosk, which unfortunately is going to increase our dust output. I thought it was going to. Again, that number doesn't seem to be based on anything in reality, so I'm never quite sure where it's coming from. Okay, our approval level is fine. We don't need to pop any more resources. You definitely need to add 8 food to your city. Yeah, Frida is growing at a terrifying rate while also continuing to produce everything we need. I'm going to pull a couple more people to dust here. And at least get us to the point where we can have a pillar of knowledge running. Going too long with no pillars up. And do we see any evidence of sparkles? We do not. Still, there might be stuff over here worth searching. We'll probably send the army that way. Man, the summer has been a lot longer than I was expecting it to be. Alright, so we had another luxury booster, and yeah, we're still maintaining happy. Okay. So we got some Hernas. These are not great units on account of not being retrofittable and everything, so I wonder... Like, we could just sell them and put down 2 pillars this turn. Also, that reduces the amount of dust we're paying every turn for military upkeep. I kind of like that. Also, check this out. Blue has taken over this sea region. Green has taken over this one. A little bit late to get to the ocean. We can still build a boarding party or a boarding vessel and have it run around getting sea ruins and stuff. Like, it's not useless to build ships, but it's less useful than it was once. Once was, rather. Okay. Definitely get back to having pillars of knowledge up. And I guess you can head up here. There's still some stuff we haven't explored on this side. Here we could destroy this village. Probably. Yeah, I can actually... Well, no. Some of this stuff's in the fog of war. You know what? I'm not going to risk it. Probably not worth it anyway. City is fervent. Well, let's do some more building. We can start expanding out here as well. We don't have any tiles around us that are immediately super valuable to pick up. I guess we can also build the sewer system. Let's do these in this order. It won't help this city much because this city's already at maximum happiness, but we want to drag the Empire approval value up as high as possible. And you guys can go back to focusing on building. Yep, we need all of that stuff. Eventually we need this up. Actually, another glass steel thing. Oh, you know what? Why don't we not research boarding vessels and instead pick up open pit mine? Because we actually have gold now. Yeah, I think that makes a lot more sense. And we have not given ourselves any ability to interfere with the winter. Hopefully it's just, you know... Hopefully we're going to see a lot of very mild winter modifiers. So plus 15% on attributes of units from hostile minor faction villages. So, okay, the random minor faction armies that spawn have more stats, but assimilation is cheaper. Okay, yeah, that's a nice winter modifier in that it probably has no effect on us at all. Sure. Go ahead and grab some pearls while we're here. Now I do feel pretty certain there are no cult units around, so maybe we burn that village? Also, sea monster garbage, I just do not care. 40 influence is probably cool. We're not going to get a very good empire plan for our next empire plan, unfortunately. Here in Frida, this is probably an okay time to build the settler, and also settler is going to come out pretty quickly. Do I still want to settle here if we're less worried about the water? Yeah, I mean, like, this sea region is still unowned. Also, I do just need to be able to see what is going on out on the ocean. And then once we build this guy, we're actually going to have to refocus on dust quite a bit here. 71% Empire approval. Alright. Yeah, we're just going to have to push citizens to dust in a bunch of places. It's unfortunate. A lot of our, in addition to winter always being bad for your dust because it reduces the dust from terrain, a fair amount of our dust was coming from those buildings that only produce dust from rivers in the summer. Okay, build extractors over some stuff to get augmented extractors. It's pretty good considering that we are, right now, researching those very extractors. These guys are going to attack us. There's not really anything I can do about that. Yeah, we can fight these guys. This should not pose a problem. They do have 15% higher stats, but also their total garbage units, so do not expect it to be a major issue. Man, they don't have any combat, like, wait, whoa, what are you doing? I have to say, I didn't really look very closely at his orders, because I assumed that he would just do the only thing that makes sense. Apparently, he is a huge idiot. Yeah, actually, okay, that's a pretty good move. Oh, I see the problem. There's a cliff here. He's trying to move to a space that doesn't make any sense if he has a cliff there. It's a perfectly reasonable play if he can actually get there because of the fact that, you know, reducing the morale of the enemy units and stuff. Also, I probably should have pulled the hero back this turn. It doesn't actually benefit me to have the hero take damage fighting these things. Also, it's embarrassing that we couldn't finish the job. That really sucks. Alright, so now that we have our roads constructed, you can see our trade route income is 34 dust per turn. That was definitely worth the detour. In the summer, we should be very positive. Alright, so let's try to do this and also move our other army as quickly as possible here. It would be really cool if I did not get attacked by those cultists, but I think that's almost certainly what's happening. Oh no, okay. Never mind, they're feeling merciful. Weird. Okay. I don't really need to manual this for the most part. I just need to make sure the hero wasn't going to take any damage. And that is how they fight with a bunch of free stat points. Just very embarrassing. Well, Don't really want to get too close to those guys. Maybe we just stay in our own territory for a minute. Like, I want to explore up here, but feels a little unsafe. Okay, we actually have mining going on. We're going to get to search this and then run back home. So now remember, we don't actually want to do the settle until we have until it's time to place new pillars, because we want to use a pillar to cheat the amount of science that's available there. But we do want to get this guy built early because it's a bit of a walk to our intended location. Really, we only have one source of new strategics. There's not one in Barians, there's not one in Lenfell. Jeez. Chaisos has 2 sources of Palladian, though. Amaroya, also valuable, and we did pacify the villages in Amaroya, so this is a 3 free population region. Man, maybe we should just send our settler over here, since I'm a little bit less concerned about the water now. Alright, Qualusk has finished its granary, and means we can do some more basic stuff, and then it's actually going to be time to we can focus on food for the moment, but eventually it's going to be time to burrow out here. And you know, it strikes me, I'm pretty sure I was about to say I'm pretty sure we don't have a quest from the minor faction of the region, but that's right, both these villages are already converted. How sure do I feel that I could get up there? Not that sure. So what does our hero do? Reassignment cooldown is up. We probably just pop him over onto this army, right? We're running one less army now, and also this means he's getting more passive XP per turn, so yeah, even though we're kind of in enemy territory, definitely in danger, I think this is the right move. Okay, once you finish your geomic labs, I suppose it is time for expansion. So if we expand down to here, we pick up 2 more river tiles, which is probably the right way to go. We have to build our altar somewhere, and I don't know that it matters much where. But I suppose that'll just be the move. You know, building the altar also doesn't increase your disapproval. So that's valuable. Okay, yeah, I cannot wait for this winter to end. This is a dumb winter. It is hurting us, and I hate it. You know, 1 source of blood crystal. We did not do well on new resources. So we can research the dust pillar. We can also get a research that increases the arcana level for our pillars. The first increase in level will just increase the effect of the pillar. I believe the second increase in level additionally increases the range of effectiveness, which is a big deal. And we're gonna get that once we have placed this new city and move our faction quest forward. I believe the pillar upgrade is close on that. We might also want to pick up bread and circuses. Our approval's controlled-ish. We're going to build sewers and markets. Yeah, it's fine. I think I prefer this over picking up mining, especially given how little mining we have to do. But we will get to mining. So yeah, I think we're going to settle over here. We need the strategics, we need the population. Unfortunately, it's not great to look for settling locations during the winter, because the tile values are all mutilated. We did not pacify here. Like, this region's also very valuable. I don't know. We'll move the settler up to Qualusk, and then we'll make a decision from there. We don't have to think about this right now. Ooh. How many pearls is that? 6? Okay. We're gonna move through here, explore this stuff. There might be unsearched ruins yet. Alright, winter could end any moment, and I would just be so very happy if it did. What do you know about that? The moment our settler was done, too. That timed out really well for us. So yeah, we can't see the next winter effects yet, but we will be able to soon. And what do we think about new settling locations? We could settle in this region for the free population. Are there actually no anomalies? There's one right there. Is that the only one? It is. Weird. Well, I mean, this settles pretty good. There's a fair amount of industry. Not a ton of food, but lots of science. We wouldn't even have to spend a pillar here. This is already enough science. We're definitely making that move either way. If we were to settle up here instead. Dye deposit. Not a huge amount of anomalies. We could settle near the igloo larvae. Like, right here is pretty high value. We would have to drop a pillar in order to get up to the 10 science necessary for the quest, but it's not a big deal to do that. And then it wouldn't be too hard to eventually reach over here and put down an intensifier on the Palladian. That's pretty cool. I guess we really still need vision, too, before we make the decision. Well, let's go one more turn. And you're focused on food, and I think you can afford to be... You still have some pretty important basic stuff to build, so I think we're going to keep you on industry. We need these gold extractors. And I think that's actually more important than the glass steel. Maybe more important than a lot of this stuff. Yeah, actually. Let's make that, like, a serious priority. So here in the capital, we're very food focused. If we moved over to industry, get that granary a little faster, which would increase the effectiveness of food focusing here. So yeah, let's do that. And geomic labs, and also sewer systems. Yeah, we do need to put up the industry buildings in other places, but we have to wait until we have titanium to do it. So we're going to have 24 pearls to work with until the next winter, at least. I think that puts us in a pretty good spot. That'll be enough to make some prayers if it's very important to us that a particular winter effect not happen. And if not, then we can, do some useful things with it. That also got us a lot of vision. So now we got to make this decision, right? To Chisas or to Emaroya? We'll pick up Baryons eventually. Oh, somebody did gain control. It's the other Draken player. This sea region is uncontrolled. It might be uncontrollable. Some sea regions don't have any fortresses at all. Hard to say, unfortunately. I think I like this settling location a little bit better. But man, there's something to be said. This is already 3 population. We should do this. We'll go get the other one eventually. And also, this one doesn't require me to spend a pillar on it, right? Yeah, it already has the 10. It also has a 10 approval on it. Yeah, this is a good settle. This is a fine settle. Okay, we're working on those. Let's get into this next turn here, and then we'll end the video there. This is a good... I think we're still doing well. I'm like pretty sure. I'm like 30% sure. Also, the color palette just changed. Is it really eclipse time already? Maybe we don't want to move quite so quickly. Okay, so we've got our augmented extractor up. That means we are now pulling in 4 gold per turn. So we're going to be able to use gold a lot. Yep, I never did bother to do that. And also, you know, I'm fine with it. This is available because somebody built a guardian. Not really an issue. Well, it looks like we are about on eclipse time again, so we probably want to come back here and hang out near these temple ruins. And you... making sure it actually does say 10? Yeah, alright. You get to do this thing. We got ourselves some exotic alloys. Now raise the city's output to 30. Extremely doable. Especially since we could use a pillar to do that. Right, like I think this might do it alone. So the Geomic Labs is going to be another 10, and then the public library is 10 plus 10%. Yeah, so that pushes us over right there. I think we still want to get the seed storage first, because of course, food. Let's get that population growing. But on the whole, this is looking pretty good to me. I think we can refocus on food here. Yeah, we'll let this stuff establish a little bit more slowly. That's a lot of food per citizen. Let's see, really, really good population returns. Population's getting up here. And, I mean, we're not super far behind on science, I don't think, either. I guess we could have a quick look at the research tab. No, honestly, I think we're doing a good job keeping up. The AI is always going to be ahead of us, because that's, you know, they're endless. But they also don't they don't take the most efficient research path. So even if you are behind on researches, you can still win, because they will not go for the science victory as quickly as they could. I don't think it would be possible to beat them if they did. So let's get another tech queued up here. So with our level 2 pillars, I don't think it affects the pillars that are already down. Yeah, you can see we're still just getting +2. But they will now give +5. Yeah, that's pretty good. How many turns do we have left on these pillars? 2 each. So it'd be cool if we had 140 gold when these ran out, so we could just put them right back down. We could use them to push Emeroya over the quest threshold right away, but I think it's reasonable to just wait. We'll acquire the Verda's Temple technology, which unfortunately we will have to build in this new city, I believe. I really do wish we could put it down in the capital, but, you know, it's going to be good here. We have a lot of terrain with science. Yeah, I'm hopeful. Turn 53 with 4 cities is maybe a little bit behind where we should be, but we have lots of room to keep expanding due to getting incredibly lucky with our neighbor, who seems to not be aggressive at all, also incredibly lucky. Wow, look at that. What is the actual resource output over here? That is a remarkably good city place. Probably not in our near future, given the position of the cult and everything. But we should continue expanding pretty aggressively, especially over the coastal territories, because I don't want a third player deciding that it's reasonable to put down on our continent. So that's a thing to consider. Eventually, we got to kill the cult. That's also a thing to consider. But for the moment, things are going well, and I feel calm. And that is going to be the end of that for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time for more of this thing that you're seeing on the screen right now. We're all going to have that expression on our faces by the end of the episode. And we'll see you then.